Talk about somebody he about that life, man. Nobody not worrying about his old ass. He need to sit back and let the youngest do it.
What was it like when you...
Lifeman, please don't worry about getting older. Instead, let the younger generation take charge. I know you spotted him early on, so describe the experience for me. When you came out of it, what thoughts were running through your head? I was first anxious, but I believe I was just 15 when we first bonded, so he wasn't actually attempting to take my life or something similar in a dramatic situation. The two fighters are rumored to be planning a future showdown. We were both like going speed for speed, and it was great. It was like a chess match. Did you understand in that moment, like why he is who he is? Yeah, I seen why he's able to beat these guys. Then I also seen why I'm so said Davis after he reportedly confronted Kermel Moten at a recent event. The incident has ignited social media. Floyd Mayweather's 18-year-old 130 bits fighter Kermel Moten, who competed in last night's Nate Diaz versus George Masvidal bout in Anaheim, has many believing he is the most potential young prospect in boxing today. California with a spectacular second-round knockout of Nikolai Buzilin. Moten improved his record to 40. After only one victory, Moten, who turned pro last year, boldly challenged Lee Wood, the featherweight champion, showcasing a combination of power and fury, floored the 36-year-old Ballin with a body shot at the end of the first round. In the second round, Moten trapped Ballin against the ropes as he struggled to maintain composure. Moten punches with both hands were unleashed, causing referee Jack Rice to break up the fight. Ballin, who has a 991 record, saw firsthand how skilled Moten is. Money Mayweather and many others are optimistic that Moten will not only win a world title, but also become a great athlete. Despite the fact that it is still very early in the game and that many bright prospects have fallen short over the years, Moten has plenty of time to improve. The teenager also seems to have some of the remarkable qualities that a young Mayweather had in abundance following his stoppage. Victor yesterday night admitted to being aware that Floyd is behind his back, which puts a target on him. He remarked, "I know there's all eyes on me." Given that he is only 5'2" and that 130 pounds may be his upper limit, fans are eagerly awaiting the young prodigy's next appearance. Last night's bout was on this young prodigy's most significant platform to date, and the 18-year-old expressed his enjoyment of it. Moten said, "I felt pressure my whole life, so this is nothing new for me. I'm used to it. I know that I just have to show up and do what I do." Both Floyd and Mitchell exude confidence, and a number of exciting young fighters are making their ring debuts. Among them is Andy Cruz, who at the age of 28 exhibits extraordinary talent. Ascending stars such as Moses Atama Ben Whitaker, Abdullah Mason, and a few other people are also creating a lot of buzz. But Kermel Moten appears to be the one causing the most enthusiasm. With the exception of Mike Tyson, of course, G-Game respects G-Game, who was once heralded as the greatest boxer in history. Recent events have seen the Baltimore native defeat Frank Martin in an incredible 8th-round knockout, and the excitement doesn't end there. More high-profile fights are in the works. The undefeated 29-year-old WBA lightweight champion is currently negotiating a fight with Ukrainian boxing legend Vasyl Lomachenko, a match that could propel him to the pinnacle of his career. Meanwhile, Captain Hook spoke with former NBA player Steven Jackson, and naturally, Dent Davis was a hot topic of conversation. Jackson brought up Davis in his conversation with Jones Jr., and Captain Hook burst into excitement, saying that Davis is one of the best boxers out there and truly one of the best of the coup. When Jackson highlighted how Davis's ability to set up punches has drastically improved, Jones had the same enthusiasm in his voice as he said, "Of course I agree with that because he shows discipline. He got enough shock on his punch, but he knows how to set the punch up before he does it." The former champion continued, saying that Tank is among the top boxers in addition to being a fantastic puncher. Some that can punch can't box, but he can punch, move laterally, and do it left side, right side, according to the former champion. Jones said that Davis is the most lethal boxer in the world aside from a Tyson-type fighter, after praising Davis for his timing and the patience with which he sets up his bone-crushing blows. He continued by saying that Davis is a killer because he is a skilled chess player in the ring. The problem is that although Davis's lethal instincts helped him beat Lomachenko, the head of Golden Boy Promotions provides a forgiving estimate. Unquestionably, Vasyl Lomachenko is a dominant force in the boxing world. He has won titles in 3 weight classes and is a skilled fighter who can adopt an orthodox or southpaw stance. The forthcoming fight between Lomachenko and Davis seems to be tough, especially given their age difference of 29 years old, when Davis is in his prime and Lomachenko, at 36, is approaching the end of his career. Oscar de la Hoya shares the same sentiments as the person who stated in his news interview a few days ago. I think it'll be a good fight, but I do think that Tank with the youth and with LMA kind of losing a step. Father Time catches up to everyone, so Oscar felt that their potential fight would be the ideal opportunity for Tank to dethrone Lomachenko since Gervonta Davis has knocked out 4 elite fighters. Thus, Roy Jones Jr. would surely respect the Baltimore puncher. But Floyd Mayweather has revealed information regarding Gervonta Davis sparring with Kermel Moten. Most sparring matches are kept secret when Mayweather's youthful prodigy Moten opposes the Tank. The dynamics shift. Imagine a 15-year-old who is gloved and prepared to take on an experienced fighter. Moten's nerves are palpable, but this experience was anything but typical. After his last fight, many people criticized his boxing prowess and skill level. He has a high boxing IQ, excellent footwork, and good foot speed, and I believe he should play more of a defensive fighter because he frequently works off his counters. With only 2 professional fights under his record, it was more of a battle of the minds than a simple show of might. When Moten looks back on this unmatched encounter, did it feel like he was utilizing the speed on me, or did it act as a stepping stone to greater heights of talent for the budding boxer? He didn't seem to be attempting to knock me out or anything like that. Colonel Mitchell remembers a pivotal moment in his nascent boxing career, his sparring session with Gervonta Davis. I was nervous at first, Mitchell says, thinking back to when he entered the ring at the age of 15. His competitor wasn't there to suppress the juvenile contender, Mitchell muses, instead of concentrating on keeping up with Mitchell's rapid pace. Davis worked out a dynamic exchange of fast moves, but it seemed like he was taking advantage of my speed, as if we were both chasing speed. Moten explains in astounding detail Davis wasn't really aiming to knock me out or anything like that, so he didn't use all of his strength. Moten discloses Moten makes a nice analogy for the mental battle that existed between them by comparing it to a chess match. This sparring bout was more than just strikes being exchanged. Moten obviously treasures this invaluable knowledge and boxing style. It was enjoyable, he concludes, emphasizing the joy and contentment this unique experience brought forth. In a candid response, Moten stated, "I wish boxing fans appreciated hit and not get hit fighters more." He emphasizes the significance of fans appreciating the strategic side of boxing, which is sometimes unfairly branded as boring. Moten's fundamental problem in boxing is the conflict between artistry and audience expectations. The emphasis is on the tactical skill and artistry of defense, a viewpoint he shares with his respect for other fighters like Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. Fans, on the other hand, find it boring to watch fighters like Devin or Shakur fight. As Moten noted, in the boxing world, there is a conflict between the audience's desire for raw aggression and strategic dexterity. In 2015, During sparring practices, a heated altercation broke out between 10-year-old Robert Merriweather and 9-year-old Kermel Moten. Moten and his companions faced a clear hurdle in their pursuit of acclaim. A tweet claiming Floyd Mayweather's keen eye on these emerging talents appeared amid the excitement. But was Mayweather really present? Mel Gibson used social media to debunk the myth and expose the truth. What precisely did he expose, and why does the spectator's identity matter? The tweet that threw boxing fans back to a 2015 gym scene showed a 9-year-old Mel Gibson sparring with a 10-year-old Robert Merriweather, with Floyd Mayweather in the other ring, setting up the